Welcome back to the homestead. Today we have finally gotten a nice warm day where the sun's shining. It's not 30 degrees outside in the middle of May. The wind's not blowing. It's a nice, calm, quiet day. The bees are working real well. A lot of them are bringing pollen in right now. There's still a lot of several locust trees and honeysuckle that's blooming. So we're going to check the bees real quick. We're going to check the honey supers and see if they're doing good on the honey. Hopefully we got to find another super to put on. It'd be a good problem to have. And we're going to check real quick for any more swarm cells, keep them from swarming. So y'all come with us and we'll check them out. I'll give them a little bit of smoke, not much. A little bit of smoke and pop this top off. Sounds like a country song. Give them a little smoke and pop the top off. Now the go turns. So there's a lot of activity. A lot of bees flying around, so that's good. Alright. See what kind of... Cross your fingers. So we got some super full of honey. Hey, they're up in there. That's a good sign. Alright, let's pop a couple of these out and check them. Now, just like with the deep box down here on the bottom, they're going to work from the inside out on these frames. So these outside ones probably won't have anything. They don't have anything in them. You can tell just by the weight of them. But they're on them and they're repairing them, because a lot of these cells were damaged. So that's good that they're at least repairing them. Oh, I got new gloves. No holes in my gloves now. Don't worry about that. Yeah, this one's pretty light. Now this one's got a little honey in it. I can feel it. Can't see it too well. It's pretty clear. It doesn't got a little more weight to it than the last one. So this one here ought to have a little more in it. Yeah, you can kind of see it in here. Kind of glistening. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but you can see it here. So they haven't packed it full yet, but they're working on it. It'll take a little bit longer. Try to get them off of this comb so I can trim this off. Keep it cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of honey in this thing. It's kind of sad. There ain't much in there. You can see how many bees are down in on the other side of the queen excluder. So what I might do, I don't know. Kind of hate that. Oh look, here's a hive beetle.
I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh.
See right there, little hive beetle. They like to eat honeycomb. So, well, I said I was going to kill him. Where'd he go? Shoot, I don't know where he went to. Anyway, I don't know what to do. I don't know if we got to take that excluder off. Because if we take the excluder off, we got to worry about the queen laying eggs in it. But there's not many bees up in there, and I wonder if it's because they don't go through that excluder very well. We'll set this off, pull the excluder off, and look at the deeps. And then decide that. Excuse me. Don't want to let your smoker go out. That you got to start all over. Alright, let's pop this off. We may end up having to leave this queen excluder off so we can get some more activity up inside of the honey super. Afraid we're missing the honey flow right now. Smoke them just a little bit, get them go down inside.
Ooh, take them off.
Yeah, they don't care for smoke. This way. If you hear Sedgwick and I sniffing, and we have allergies. Our noses are running. There ain't nothing worse than snot on your bee veil. Yeah, see all that? It's capped honey there.
Now, has the queen been in there anywhere?
Well, she's not been on this frame. Doesn't look like. Can't see the eggs, but the outside frames in the hive, the outside boxes they'll use for honey storage, pollen storage. The frames towards the middle, that's where the queen will start laying. So set that there. Pull this one out. So you can tell where the queen's laid the eggs on this one. Let's see. So all these little here where the queen is laid, they're starting to fill in around it with honey. And this up here is the capped honey on the corners. So we might have to.
Is that the queen right there? Or is that a drone?
That's a drone. Right there's the drone. The queen will have a huge abdomen. Big belly.
You calling her fat?
I'm not calling her fat. She's a pretty thing. But yeah, she's not been on this frame in a while just because of the stage of the brood, and there's no other eggs. It's all honey. So let's see. This was under there. You want to try to put it back the same way you pulled it out too, because when they put these frames together, when they glue them together, they build their comb so the frames fit right back together perfectly. So I think what we're going to end up doing is, I think we're going to put the honey super back on without the excluder, just to see if we try to get some honey. Yeah, look at that. That's just packed with honey. Yeah. Frame there weighs 5 pounds.
Now, is that one you could extract because it doesn't have the brood or whatever?
You could. The biggest problem that you come across when you're extracting out of these big frames is that the extractors are not made for these bigger frames, are not designed for them. So you got to go really slow with your extractor. Otherwise, it'll just throw your frame or your comb all apart. Like, you just destroy everything. So that's kind of the idea with, if you don't cut, some people will cut out the comb block, or the blocks of honeycomb with the honey in it, sell it that way, or eat it that way. But if you do it that way, then they have to rebuild that frame of stuff every time. Whereas if you just extract the honey, you can put that right back into them. Let them fill it back up again. You see how it's just filled out with honey. My goodness. I don't think we're going to find the queen on that one.
Where's Waldo?
Now, here is a queen cell. Kind of looks like a small little peanut. That's where they've realized there's not enough room in this hive and they got to make another queen.
Can you put her in the swarm?
No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to get rid of it. Actually, there's not even a thing in it, so.
Being dive bombed. I'm not fans.
They don't like their hard work being messed with, that's for sure. Now this one's got more brood in it because it's a whole lot lighter weight. If y'all see the queen on the video, point it out to me. Because I'm not seeing it. Not yet. A lot of times when you're putting these frames back in, if you are like me and you're airbrained and you don't remember which way you were holding it when you pulled it out, you can match up your tops here with the comb. Just match it back up to where everything goes back together nice and pretty. Because on some of these frames, they'll draw out the comb wider on one frame than the other, and then the frames are kind of, if you don't put them back together just right, just screw up all the
Is that a queen
stuff.
cell right there?
No, that is a drone brood. That's how it pops out.
A drone brood.
Drone brood. It kind of looks like bubble wrap, how it pops.
Oh, oh. Huh.
But you can see this. What you do when you smoke them. This is what happens. They stick their head down in these things to eat the honey, and that's why they're not all flying around going crazy. If you don't smoke them, and you have anything other than a very relaxed hive, then they're going to be flying everywhere.
What are those?
It's just drone brood. Still looking for the queen.
Is that another drone?
Yep. There's a couple drones on here. So I got these new gloves. They're a little bit big. Not great for dexterity. Word of the day.
Yeah.
See, it's got a lot of honey on it. So all the honey. Sometimes what you can get lucky, and they've got so much room or they don't have enough room in here, but they've got so much honey that if you put a honey super on, and they need to make room, they'll move that honey up into the super, pull it out of these frames and move it up. So I think that's what we're gonna shoot for and hope for here. Because I mean, this is just crazy. These things are so full. But see how this is all.
That?
Yeah, well, yeah. See how this is all sunk in right here? You can tell it's sunk in. So that's just how they've built it, how they've drawn it out in certain places. So now, to fill in that gap, they've built this new piece here.
I'd be so mad at you right now.
Ain't that pretty? I mean, it's picture perfect. Like, it's amazing how their instinct just to build that so perfectly. crazy. Oh, yeah, see how that's just full of honey. Golly.
Does honey have to be capped to use it?
When they cap it, it's to cure it. So you can extract the honey that's not capped, but it's got the chance of spoiling, going bad, fermenting, whichever. So you want to make sure if you're going to keep it, store it, sell it, you want it to be capped. There's actually, I think it's called a refractometer, a refractometer, something like that. That's the moisture level in your honey. And I'm not sure what the optimal level is for storage, but I know that that is a thing. So I'm gonna get them back down in. I'm gonna leave the excluder off of them. Put the super back on top, and we'll see if we can get them to put all that honey back up in the super.
Now, should you extract what little is in the excluded just to make sure she doesn't go out there and lay eggs and like ruin it all?
No, there's really nothing in the honey super. Yeah, there was a few bees on the top, but they're not doing anything. So, see if we can get this one back in here without making everybody mad. This could be interesting. Will you move that smoker? Let me see the smoker. So I'm gonna puff them just a little bit to get them to go back down in so I can put this thing together without squishing a bunch of them. And then, like I said, I'm not going to use this excluder on this one, so just throw it up there. Just put this back on top and roll with that for a while. Now, the one thing is, I have to check this a little sooner than normal, just because I don't want her up here filling it with eggs, but if she does, she does. But the longer you leave it sit there, the bigger the chance of her filling it up with eggs.
Aunt Marcia, you'll have eggy honey.
And Aunt Marcia would have eggy honey. That's right.
Hey, sweethearts. This is why we do bottle feeding. Otherwise, these goats would be on the other end of the pasture, terrified of humans and trying to get away. So, you know, they're still getting their mom's milk, but through the bottle, and so friendly. Oh, we popped the top off the other one.
This looks a lot better. There's a lot of bees up in the top. This one. Make sure you stand off to the side. If you're ever working your bees, you want to stand behind it or to the side, because don't breathe in the smoke.
He's got the black lung.
Oh, that's fine. So you want to stand to the side or to the back. That way you're not interrupting their flight path there.
That.
Nothing in this one. You can tell by the weight of them. There's a little bit in that one. You can see it there on this side. That's a good one. So I don't know how well y'all be able to see this on camera. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the glistening down in there or not. But it's, I guess, probably hard to see something that's clear. But I mean, it's not packed completely full, but those couple frames are pretty close. This one too. So the queen excluder is working on this one, so we're going to leave it on. And if they had this one packed full and started capping it, then I'd probably pull that other super off that other hive and put it on this one, just so they can keep going. So close this, put this back, and I'm going to pull a couple frames out of the deep box real quick, deep brood box. Check for swarm cells. And then we'll leave them alone and get back to it. Man, how are we going to get this one apart? Let's see. Frame apart.
Yep.
Man, if we do a better job of gluing this thing together, wouldn't pull these frames apart. I don't know how to get that out. Need some screws. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to leave it alone. They're doing fine. If they swarm, they swarm. They're making honey. I'll leave them be. Probably not the best method, but... I don't know. I have to figure that one out on how to get in, pulling the frames out without pulling them apart.
Menagerie. Did you set something over here?
I had the super on there. They'll be alright. They'll come back. So this is the moment that Sedgwick's been waiting on. Check this swarm out.
Good breath.
I think, was this the first swarm that you went with me to get?
Participated / videoed, yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Take them. So hopefully the queen's in here and we can find her. Show you all what a queen looks like.
Oh.
You can see the pollen down in here. Different colors. The honey's up at the top. So they're doing a good job already. They're out gathering and working. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think I do see eggs.
Oh gosh, smoker. Getting a really good video of your back.
Well, so your frames when you're looking to see if you got the queen or if you have the queen in there. If you don't find her, you can always look for your eggs. And eggs are not easy to see because they're so small. So, if you get your back to the sun, with the sun looking over your shoulders.
Don't squish the queen.
If you get the sun over your shoulders, then you can look down on the cells and you can see if you got eggs in there. So that's what I was doing. I was looking at my back for so long.
Trying to be secretive.
Nah. So this is one of the frames that the mice got in and ate on. You can see where they were starting to build on it anyway. That's good. See, that's what capped honey looks like, how it's white. That's what the honey super frame should look like when they get done working them.
Oh, is that her?
That's her.
Yay, we have a queen. Hang on. Oh. She's like playing hide and seek.
I do see eggs down in there, so I'm going to put this back because
Well, don't squish her. She's on the bottom.
I'm not going to squish her, but I don't want to mess around with it too much because she takes off
Oh,
flying.
there she is. Here, hold it up.
If she takes off flying, we're going to be in trouble. But I don't think y'all will be able to see them. But there's eggs down in each one of these cells. So I'm going to let them build out that frame that the mice chewed on. And once they build that out, see if you can get down in there and see the eggs.
Okay, let me look. Where are what?
They look like little grains of rice.
I'll zoom in, but I can't see anything through this mask. Maybe hold it up to the light.
It is to the light.
Like up, like sideways, like vertical.
I can't. You gotta get down. You gotta look down in the hole.
All right. Well, I don't see that.
All right. So anyway, I'm gonna let them build out the frame with.
Hey, wait. Make sure she's not on the
She's right
bottom.
there. Right by my finger.
Oh, there she is. She's a pretty thing.
Anyway, I'm gonna let them build out this other frame first before I give them any more room, or before we put them in another box. So happy. There she's right at the top. So make sure to squeeze her. All right. Oh, that's a good swarm then. Good job, babe.
Oh yeah, caught 'em myself.
Sedgell's hive. Alright. Okay, well.
I swear, this looks like a swarm right here, and you
Yeah,
said they'll move? Petting bees. Huh. Alright.
You just faced your fear right there.
I did.
How'd that feel?
Terrifying.
We can smoke them, get them to go, get them to leave.
Why are you taking them off?
Alright. The swarm looks great. The queen's fat and happy. The hive next to it looks really good. It's actually I don't want to say, I guess it's the lazier hive, I thought. They're not out as early in the morning as the farthest hive. But I think the farthest hive, I think it's just because of that queen excluder was why they aren't putting honey up. So we've got them set up now. We'll come back in a week and check them again. Hopefully in another week, the big hive here that's working the super with excluder, hopefully they're done with that box and put another one on. And then hopefully the other ones have done their thing and gotten all their honey up. So I don't know if we're going to end this video here or not. If we do, thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel. Check back for more videos, and there's also several other bee videos on our channel. If we don't end this here, then we will be maybe trimming up the goats' feet, trimming the hair on them here in a minute. But if that's not at the end of this video, then check back for another one, because we're going to do it anyway. I just don't know if it's going to be on this video. So thanks for watching, and y'all take care.
Bye.